Bad boys on. Check this out. I'm going to turn the light off. Wow. It's dark today. There is lightning and thunder happening, and it's awesome, except for the fact that we are going on a field trip and we are going to be flying a bunch of drones up in the sky. And the one thing that stops us from flying is the stinking weather. But you can never, I can personally never complain about rain, and then lightning is just cool as long as it's not hitting me, right? But there's like giant lightning happening on that side of town, and guess where our field trip is? That side of town. So that will be fun and exciting. I'm getting an early start so that I can get to school, charge everything that needs to be charged. I've been out of the class for the last couple days, and when we go on a field trip, everything's got to be charged up. And so I could have asked a few students to charge everything last night, which is what I should have done, but guess what? I forgot, and that's real. And so I'm just getting to school early, which is a-okay. Giving myself the gift of time. And yesterday I talked about time, and guess what I did yesterday after spending my morning talking about time, how we spend it, what we do. I spent my whole day getting to observe a bunch of other teachers. It was flipping awesome. And then I stayed an hour after school, extra time. And then they were like, hey, the welding teacher in the evening needs someone to cover his class. Like, will you do it? And I'm like, well, I don't see why not. I've never subbed in the evening, made sure our schedule was clear. I ended up working 5:30 to 8:30 last night. I'm like, dude, I talked in the morning about the time that we have. Tell me you guys saw that lightning flashing. My goodness, I need to shut this off so that way I can start glowing. That was awesome. Won't be awesome if I explode on YouTube. But anyway, yeah, I spent 4 extra hours on top of my normal work day working, and like by the end of the day I'm like, where'd my day go? I missed my kids all day. I feel good about providing for the family, like that's my role, and but man, it was one of those days where I talked about how we spend our time, and that one day, the way life has it, was like, oh, you're saying this stuff, put it to the test. Yeah, do you want to work tonight? Do you want to work all day? Do you want to do an online training? Oh, that's right, I also did an online training for an hour and a half yesterday too, which was an extra hour and a half on top, so 5.5 hours of extra work on top of my normal work. And I'm like, wait, hold on. And so anyway, I was quickly reminded about what I was talking about. And please know, I want to be someone that doesn't just talk about things but tries to live it out as we're talking about it too. I'm not going to tell you to do something I wouldn't do myself. Let's shut this thing off. Let's enjoy it. There's like big old water drops slowly starting to happen. I am so interested in figuring out what the day holds. You know what I mean? There's a part of me that's like, oh my gosh, we're going on a field trip. What if it rains? What if it's lightning? I mean, what do? You just keep on doing things. I was working an event back in the day. 3 private jets filled with probably 100 passengers each. Big jets. Commercial airliners. Rented. Borrowed. Whatever. And they were stuck on the tarmac for hours because of an issue. And it was just like, what do? We didn't follow the correct process when we loaded all these passengers up. I'm sure somebody's to blame. It doesn't really matter at this point. Now, what do? They're not letting us take off because every airplane, every seat, the TSA, the FAA, I don't even know, doesn't know who's in each seat. You know, we got all these people together, but we just had these people, and it was like they were grounded for the longest flipping time, and you just roll with the punches. We ended up buying them a bunch of pizzas because they were stuck on this thing for a long time. It didn't go so well with the company after that event. All that to say, you just can only do what you can only do. And I could spend the next hour worrying. I love the rain. I should have turned my sprinklers off though. Come on, man. I checked the weather last night. I checked the weather this morning. You would think that if we can get somebody to jump out of a hot air balloon at 100 and something thousand feet and land on the ground, that rain sound is just fantastic, yeah? I will talk loudly into this so you can all hear me. Hey, you just can only do what you can only do, and every stinking little thing has a reason and a purpose, and I truly believe that. And oh my goodness, that lightning's now over that way. Well, that's exactly where I'm going. That's exactly where our school is. So this is gonna be interesting, but you know what? Everything's gonna get figured out, and I am gonna be one to say we're gonna do as much as we can do, and that is all we can stinking do. It's one of those dark mornings where I know the sun's up, the sun's doing what the sun normally is supposed to do. It's just got big old thick clouds covering it, and remember, times like these, I'm like, go up 10,000 feet. Do you know what you'd see? Bright blue skies down here from our little point of view, little lemmings on this space rock. I'm sure, again, people are wanting to sleep in, wanting to call in sick, wanting to watch movies all day today. Hey, you gotta show up, you know what I mean? You gotta make the most of today. Sure, it's raining, but let's get out there. Let's do what we can do. And it will be an interesting day to figure out what ends up happening. The Bakersfield little river thing running through the town is getting full. I like it. I like to see it. Anyway, it's going to be an awesome day. Field trip days are always fun. And this might be a field trip day where, you know, maybe it's changed a little bit. Maybe, you know, maybe we have to adapt, and that is okay. I think being willing to just say whatever happens, happens. Everything's gonna be fine. I've been in airports seeing people lose their minds because flights are canceled and they don't get to leave till the next morning, or you're delayed, or whatever the heck it is. You can sit there and lose your mind. I've seen it happen. I've seen meltdowns. Or you can just say, okay, well, I'm just going to roll with the punches, and, you know, I'm going to figure out maybe why this is happening. And if you don't know why, that's fine. But every little thing, I really think happens for a reason. Should we just use that as an excuse to say, okay, whatever. It happened for a reason that I didn't wake up and work out. I actually got my running this morning, everybody. You're welcome. No, I don't think you should just allow a ton of bad things to happen and say, okay, everything happens, so whatever. No. You gotta take control of it, you know what I mean? You gotta you gotta be in control. You gotta be the one making things happen. But when funny things happen, interesting things happen, when things like this, which weren't supposed to happen, I don't think you should freak. I've never solved any problem, lived a minute longer from freaking out. You know, I think you gotta trust the process of, hey, there's something bigger going on that is in charge, and I am just gonna let him lead, you know what I mean? Not me. Anyway, I'm enjoying this rain. I wish you were enjoying this rain too. I don't even think you can see the rain on the windows, but it's fantastic. We don't get enough of it, so bring on the rain and the lightning. Just let my kids fly, okay? So from maybe like 8:30 to about 9:45, you know, if we go clear blue skies, that'd be great. You go right back to your rain, get whatever you want to do, and then maybe about 12:45 to like 2-ish, let's cut it out, you know, and then, hey, I'd appreciate that, you know. Thanks for doing that for me. If you're in town, enjoy the rain and the lightning and the thunder. And my little 6-year-old was trying to make sense of what the lightning and the thunder is and what one makes the sound, and does lightning make, yes, lightning makes the sound. The sound, you know, is the thunder. The thunder is the sound that the lightning makes. And there was a time where in the park right behind us, huge thing, we were out in the back, and it was like you saw the lightning and then boom, like you heard the thunder the second that thing cracked. It was like boom, that thing was so dang close. Other times, you know, you count how many seconds, you're supposed to divide it by 4 or 5, and then figure out how many miles away it is from you. Anyway, lightning is wild. Look up how hot lightning is if you want a crazy fun fact for your day, okay? That is your challenge. Look up the temperature of lightning, and then people get struck by lightning and survive. Wild. Anyway, make it a great Wednesday. Stay dry if you're in town, and if you're not, just live it. It's a blessing. We get another day, you know? Another awesome day at this. So, anyway, peace out.